It feels so much like a family.
They can be your family, a support system, people that you can go to, people that you can relate to.
Feel the love and like the excitement, and you're all like comforting each other, like tapping each other's shoulders, giving hugs.
Endless friendships. Every single year someone new shows up to do the musical and everyone just clicks.
My favorite part of being in musical theater has to be the family that you build with your cast, because there's nothing quite like putting on a show with 40 people. You can start a season, not know anything about anyone, and by the end you guys will be like a family. Every year, a lot of us theater kids speculate about what the next year's musical is going to be, and we all guess on what it's going to be and get really excited, and then we'll have our big reveal party and we'll find out what the next musical is, and then we'll all go crazy and listen to the musical way too much, and then we'll find monologues and songs and get ready for audition season in the fall.
The audition process for our musical theater program is very thorough, and the students would probably back me up on that. But what's really interesting about how we do it is that students are not required to be what you would call a triple threat to be in our musical program. They don't have to be able to sing, act, and dance. We require that they can do at least one of those things. So they can choose to audition just with a monologue for the acting portion, or they can choose to just dance for the dancing portion, or they could choose to just sing if they wanted to be in the backstage choir. So we've found by doing this in our program that it encourages students to feel comfortable enough to audition for one of our musicals.
Are you guys ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. As soon as this goes off, I'm queuing up.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Where's this music from?
What show is it? We're gonna be, I haven't got better. Look at Madison. It's Cinderella! We're doing Shrek! It's Shrek, guys!
My name is Heather Massey Foister. I am the musical director and producer at Somerset High School with SHS Musical Productions. What you're about to see is a sneak peek look into the first 2 weeks of rehearsal, which are a little different than what you would expect. So we spend time in foundations. So we build on acting, we do singing techniques, and then we get into choreography and even a little bit of cardio training, because when you're dancing and singing at the same time, you're going to need that cardio strength. You're about to meet our student choreographer for this year. This is actually the first year that we've ever had an official student choreographer. We've had assistants, but we've never handed the reins over to a student to be able to choreograph pieces on his own.
Today we're building up a mentality, all right? This is one day of a dance rehearsal. This is going to be your future, all right? So this is building endurance and also learning as a group. It's different than learning by yourself, all right? So you're doing great. Keep it up.
Your Majesty, Your Majesty.
Lord Pinkleton, where is she?
There are reports along the eastern road of a golden carriage.
10 minutes ago, I held her.
Your Majesty, we saw a carriage.
And this I cannot explain. It simply flew into the mist.
Impossible, I know.
Impossible? Then we shall do the impossible. 10 minutes ago, we were dancing in the palace of all places, and her gown was like a cloud of snowy white. How the moonlight shone its beams upon our faces, till she vanished like a phantom in the night. I just know I will find you. You're the girl of my dreams, and the thrill is more than my heart can bear.
Look! A carriage!
That's it! That's the one!
This like madness and be like, oh, if you'll forgive me if I just stagger about mud. And we will stop and go.
Some specific challenges for Cinderella were my lines for me personally, because I have never had that many lines before. So as a lead this year, it was really hard for me to figure out what the best strategy was to memorize all those lines, and even the singing lines in the songs. That was a challenge for me this year.
Hi, my name is Amanda Wiles and I'm the choreographer for the Somerset High School production of Cinderella. The process that we use at Somerset High School to do our choreography is really just multi-layered. So we have all kinds of dance level abilities on our cast list, and we're really proud of every one of those types of dancers. So what we do is we find a way to feature our trained dancers in the technical kind of dance that only they can do, and then we also take sections of the choreography to feature the rest of the cast in the more traditional kind of standard dances that sort of feature what everyone can do. And what I've always loved about working with this cast and this program is that no matter what your dance or skill level is, these kids, these students, they always put forth an amazing show. And it all comes from just dedication and the commitment to create something beautiful and magical on stage. And so no matter what they've got in their background, they always deliver something beautiful on opening night.
My favorite moment from this musical was actually at a dance rehearsal for Princess Giving a Ball, and we were choreographing a certain sequence, and it actually required people to be paired up, but we had an odd number, so I mean, we were trying to decide, you know, do we make one person leave, or like, okay, what do we do? So I was actually doing the Sound of Music twirl, very odd. I don't really remember why, but I was doing the Sound of Music twirl with my arms out, and Amanda, our choreographer, looked up and actually saw me doing that, and she said, actually, I have an idea. So she made me go to the front and center of the stage and do this Sound of Music twirl in this dance sequence, and that was probably my favorite part of the entire show.
one of our musical productions, we really encourage that the students do a character study. So whatever role it is that they've been casted for, whether they speak or not, we want them to know why do they walk the way that they walk, why do they speak or sing the way that they do, to really get an idea of who that character is and to embrace being that character the moment that the curtain opens, the moment that a light turns on, the moment that they're in front of an audience member until they're no longer in front of an audience.
I was excited about being the fairy godmother just because in the Rodgers and Hammerstein version that we were doing, it was just, she's a very quirky character, and I feel like she kind of represented me in real life, like kind of crazy but funny at the same time. It was just a good time being her.
The thing that I love about my role in Cinderella is how oblivious my character is to everything that is happening around him. He has no idea about Sebastian's elaborate plan to take over the kingdom, which I think is just comical to me.
Getting into the role of Madame was very tricky for me. It took many rehearsals just to get her voice down. I think the hardest part was owning the role of Madame. I had to be very snobby, rude, loud. It was very out of my comfort zone, but eventually I did get the hang of it and was very excited to play the role, although it meant having to be mean to Cinderella, who was also played by one of my very good friends. And I had to boss her around the whole time, which was kind of difficult at first because it was funny to us, but we all got the hang of it, and all in all, I had a challenging role that helped me gain more confidence in my performing abilities.
Hi, my name is Alondra Rosales. I am in the Somerset High School production of Cinderella. I take on the role of Gabrielle, and the process I go through to prepare for a role, Cinderella in particular, is I will first try to learn the character's background. I try to learn what makes them them, why they are the way that they are, what they've gone through, what they strive to be, what are their goals. And Gabrielle, she strives to have love in her life. She wants love, she wants true love, and she wants it wholeheartedly.
I love Ella because of how compassionate, kind, and strong a person she is. I love her ability to persevere when times are tough, and I think that speaks a lot for us right now, is even when times are bad, you have to get back up again, and I love that about her.
This year, we were very excited to bring on a new staff person to teach the vocals for Cinderella. Her name is Sarah Hopper, and she has an amazing voice herself, but has taken the talent of these students to a new level.
In this year's musical, I was the vocal assistant, so that required me to put in a lot of time outside of rehearsal, just practicing and learning the music. There were countless times that I actually sat down at my piano at home and tried to learn the notes and learn other people's parts, so when it came time to teach them, I would be prepared and I could maybe help them.
One thing that's really kind of unique to our program here at Somerset High School is we have brought in some trained dancers. So some of the girls from the dance team at the school and other dance troupes around the community are a part of our show. So what we're able to do with that is give them a chance to show something that not everybody who comes into a cast production in a high school can do. So this small group of girls are just that extra punch that makes our show stand out in such a unique way. And as a choreographer, it's really satisfying to be able to see something so beautiful come on the stage when you mix in the trained dance group with the rest of our cast that have trained themselves in our process and just create this beautiful picture on stage.
Hi, I'm Ellie Browning and I am in the Somerset High School production of Cinderella. I am part of the ensemble and I'm specifically one of the dancers. The waltz is my favorite dance because it is a different style compared to our other big dance numbers.
I think one unique challenge in Cinderella compared to some other shows was definitely some of the dancing. We had to learn how to ballroom dance and some people learned how to waltz, and it was just a challenge to learn a new type of dancing that we had never done before.
Another thing we've implemented into our shows in the last couple of years is whenever we have a specific dance number that requires something special, something extra, we've brought in actual dance teachers, and we've had a local dance teacher here in town that has dedicated and donated her time to do at least maybe one number that's either just a traditional like trained tap dance number or something else of the like, and she's able to come in and take at least the students that already kind of have a background in that and give them a choreographed piece that has that professional edge to it. So it's really great to have her on the team, that we can have that number that needs that technical aspect to just bring her in